Welcome back to another episode of Frank's Unsolicited Advice, the NFL Talk. We joined again with Bree and June. How you guys doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good on leave. Can't complain. My daughter graduated today from 8th grade. So now both my kids in high school. You know, Frankie should be done next year. And then Ava got 3 more years and they all out the house. So that's a plus for me.
Why should be done?
Well, you ain't taught the mans in them, his grades. This dude's like every year, like since he joined, I don't know, for the last 2 years, he's failing every class up until the last week of school. And then he passes everything. But then he's putting like 80 hours of work in a week just to finish what he got to finish. So, but June,
Well, he could just do it when it's due, so he don't have to crank.
yeah, exactly. But you know, he's a knucklehead. Unlike Ava, she mastered that whole working Zoom school, mastered it. Can't complain. She graduated with A and B honor roll. She should have been A honor roll, but there was a test that timed out, so it got her a B in the class. So it was A B honor roll. But June was good, bro.
Was good. Hey man, enjoying the weather, living the dream. No, what do you call it? No bitching and complaining. No complaining. That's what it is. My bad.
Yeah. Hey, now you good, bro. Listen, I learned that complaining ain't gonna really get you nowhere nowadays, man. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes
There's some things you can complain about right when it happens.
he wanted to say hi.
It's good.
Okay. Can you go? Can you go now? Go eat. Thank you.
What?
Go eat. Yo, he was working with my dad outside. My dad had him lifting leaves and all this other stuff. He looked beat today, man. So
That's good.
and you're in the house. I said that's what I got a son for. He can go out there and spend time with his grandfather. Go ahead.
Nice.
There's some things that are worth complaining about, like a hit and run.
Oh, that's different. That's different.
Getting T-boned 3 weeks prior.
Yeah. I think you should tell the district that they need to get you a driver so you don't have to drive no more. Because clearly you and driving is not meant to happen right now.
Our vehicle coordinator was like, I don't think I want to. Did you just get in an accident like a couple of weeks ago? Yeah, I don't think I want to give you another pair of Gov keys. We might have to like call like a personal helicopter to like fly you back to Daytona or something.
Hey, a quick shout out to Will Curry for making Master Chief over there.
Yeah, no doubt.
I don't know who else made it, but I know he made it because I follow him on Facebook and he put it up. So congrats. I text him. Shout out to Will on that second call, bro. Yeah, that's good to go. So, all right, what we going to do? What's the first topic we're going to talk about? You know, we're trying to keep it to under an hour today because it's just been a crazy day for everybody. June's driving back. Bree actually, had a situation today and she's tired. And I really don't have a reason to finish it early, except the Nets play at 8:30 and I'm going to watch it. So, what's up, Bree? What was the first thing we're going to talk about?
So we're going to talk about Todd Gurley visiting the Ravens, and he also visited the Lions.
Ravens and Lions? Do they still got Ingram on the Ravens?
No.
No.
With Houston, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Mark Ingram's gone.
So the thing with Gurley, before I let June go, this is my thing with him. He hasn't been the same since he left the Falcons. You know what I'm saying? His knees or whatever. But Gurley wasn't in the Rams. So he hasn't been the same since he was in the Rams. And after that one Super Bowl run, I think he has arthritis in his knees or something like that. He has knees issues. So he doesn't perform like that. I think he should go to a team where he's not the number one back and maybe they have a double threat. You know what I'm saying? Where he can at least sit out a few downs, come in, get his in, get maybe third down and passing or whatever, and then keep going. But you said the Ravens and what's the other team?
The Lions.
Lions? I would go Ravens, but Ravens are a run first team. But you got Lamar back there, which takes some of the I guess some of the coverage off you because they got to anticipate him running any given time. So I would probably go Ravens. Ravens, I think, are a more ready team to make a run than the Lions are, in my opinion.
I agree.
What you got, June?
I don't know. It's an interesting thing, man, because you hit it right on the money, bro. He hasn't been the same, right? And though he hasn't been the same, I think that also came from the lack of activity that Sean McVay had him on when all them issues came out, right? So it made me really think, like, man, how screwed up his knee really is, which is probably the concern for a lot of these other teams. But if he were to go back with the Lions, he'll be playing with Goff all over again, like he did in the Rams. And then with Baltimore, again, I mean, is he really a threat to any team? You know, that's the way I would look at it. I mean, would you rather have Ryan Howard or Gurley? You know, and I'm not saying Ryan Howard is good, but what I'm saying is he's not hurt versus the knee.
I mean, you know, these players, and something you said, systems, the playbook, are they going to use them? How often they're going to use them? And so in my opinion, you know, he can, what I think is any player can have that comeback year, you know what I'm saying, and just ball out. What's the chance of him having that though? You know what I'm saying? And he got to be careful what team he goes to, because some teams are going to require him to do more than what he's supposed to do or can do. So I think going to the Ravens, where you got Lamar and you got another running back already there, I think you don't have to worry about being the number one guy. And I think that's what he don't need. I don't think he needs the number one guy.
Yeah, fact.
So I mean, we'll see what's up, man. I think it'll be interesting to see. I'm excited, to be honest with you. We're already halfway through June. You know, then we got July, and then August. You already got preseason, if they're even going to do that, but you're going to have start seeing more practices. September's around the corner, so I'm very excited to see what these teams are going to do. Like we talked about last week, this year they're actually going to have training camps and all that good stuff. So a lot of these teams that bring in new players in, they're going to be able to play. So I think that'd be dope. But what's next, Bree?
All right, so this is a 3-part.
Okay.
Okay, so Le'Veon Bell said that I'll never play for Andy Reid again. I retired first, right? Then Tyrann Mathieu replied that these fellas will blame everyone for their lack of success.
Mm-hmm.
And Le'Veon Bell responded on Sunday saying, I never did I say I didn't enjoy my time in Kansas City, because I love my time there. It was probably the closest locker room full of players I've ever been around. I enjoyed my teammates, the city, food, the fans, just about everything in Kansas City.
So first off, he said what he said for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I don't know the exact reason as to why he said what he said, but he said it. I don't think he's blaming him for maybe his lack of success, or maybe he is. Maybe the playbook wasn't meant for him. A lot of people say he hasn't been the same since he left the Steelers, right? He went to the Jets, took less money going to the Jets, actually, than what the Steelers, I think, offered him in a year.
Which to me didn't make no sense, because you didn't want to sign with the Steelers because you wanted more than what they were offering to you.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I'm not until y'all give me more money. But you go with the Jets, who give you a lot less.
Exactly. I think his frustration was more with the organization than anything. And he should have just said that, you know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't about the money. But I feel that when you go to teams like the Chiefs, where they don't really need you to be the best player, when they have, you know, arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now playing, they have one of the fastest wide receivers on the field, if not a couple of the fastest wide receivers, arguably the best tight end in the league. How instrumental are you going to be? And I think with Bell, Le'Veon Bell needs to be part of the system to be successful. In the Pittsburgh, when you had the 3 Bs, the killer bees, you know, he was very instrumental in that. And granted, you had Antonio Brown on the field, so it helped out because he's going to get double coverage. But that made him great because it was in a system. I don't think he was really built for the Chiefs, or maybe he was, and Andy Reid didn't use him like he felt. He didn't get used like he felt he should have got used. As far as Tyrann Mathieu,
he got injured his first season with the Jets.
Yeah, he did.
And then he went to KC and he got injured in Kansas City too. So it's just like, basically now he's injury prone. So it's just like, I'm not going to utilize somebody that's potentially about to get hurt again.
Yeah. I mean, and Tyrann Mathieu talking trash, man. I mean, he's sticking up for his head coach. We all do that. We know he's passionate. I lost a lot of respect for him after the Super Bowl.
After the Super Bowl.
when he said what he said. And
about Tom Brady?
Yeah, and I don't know if he knew that they were recording, that Tom was mic'd up. But, you know, when you're going to take a stab at somebody and try to make it racial, you need to be careful, because now what happened was a lot of the commentators or minority people were like, yo, bro, I heard the tapes. He didn't say nothing wrong to you. Why are you using it? Like a crying wolf. So I would take what he says with a grain of salt. You it's whatever. Relax, bro. Sit back there and cry because you got a touchdown scored on you in the Super Bowl. He'd be all right. And then
the same thing with the Myles Garrett incident with Mason Rudolph. He was like, "Oh yeah, he called me an N-word." It's like, no, he did not.
Yeah. And I never knew that. I didn't know the clarity on that because I feel that if a player says that, and June, I know we're going long-winded and I haven't given you a chance to talk, man. So I'm gonna wrap my joint up real quick. I think that if we accuse somebody of using a racial slur that they didn't use and they can prove it, i.e. by mic'd up or looking at the tape and reading lips, then that player that accused them should be fined for defamation of character. Exactly. And it should be maybe punishment by suspension or 2, or maybe just a hefty fine, because a lot of these players get fined $10,000, but they're getting paid $50,000 or $100,000 for one game. What's $5,000 to them then? Nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing. Yeah.
That's a sponsorship somewhere, So that's my take on it. June, what you got?
No, I agree with everything you guys said. I think his main beef was with the Steelers. And this is a different topic. I think I kind of agree with him. I mean, because he was being used as a running back, as a receiver. He was being used as a lot of things in Pittsburgh, which to me, he was very successful over there. And I think what he was asking for compared to the other running backs and what he was putting on the table was okay. But I think he injured himself, and I'm not talking about physically. I'm just talking about worth. I think he took that year off, hurt him. He wasn't getting paid. And even though it wasn't about the money, he still wasn't getting paid that year off. He came back. He played with the Jets. The Jets were a bust. And then came back the next year where he played a lot more because of their player situation over there. And he really didn't perform as much. Again, injured his worth. Goes to Kansas City. I don't know if he was chasing a ring or whatever the case is. And now he didn't like what happened. I don't know where he goes from here, but what he...
go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. But what he said to me, I think was on call for again. I would never play for Andy Reid. I'd rather retire before I do something like that. I think that's... I don't know. I think that's on call for at the end of the day. What are you bringing to the table, dude?
I was gonna say that when you said he wasn't making any money, he dropped 2 studio albums.
Yeah, he was rapping.
I have them on my phone.
Yeah, put some respect on his name, bro. He was
a rapper.
Bars, bro. Yeah.
Juice.
Come on, man. I had to look down to see if y'all were serious.
No, we were serious. Juice was his rap name. Juice was his rap name.
He did. I forgot he dropped music. That's how
he dropped 2 albums. He dropped No Days Off, and his album cover was his Steelers jersey. And then he dropped Post to Interview right after that. I know about 10 songs from both albums.
Let me tell you something. We're gonna hit him with the that dude. Listen, but I'm gonna tell you how players sound stupid, right? Here's Andy Reid. When he was on I'm gonna spill my drink. When he was on the Eagles, he had a good success. He did. He went to Super Bowl. Then he left the Eagles and went to the Chiefs, and he's had success there. He finally got a Super Bowl, got over that hump, and you're talking about you never played for him, but you're not really telling why. A lot of people play for him. He's arguably had success. He actually was one of the most winning head coaches without a Super Bowl ring until he won it. So, his resume speaks for itself. So is it that you as a player couldn't adjust to his tactics or what he wanted? I think we forget that at times we're going to be a piece of a puzzle of a machine that if we just do our part when needed, the machine's going to work correctly. We're not always going to be the main gear or the main thing that's going to make that machine operate. At times we're going to be the one little piece that comes in to relieve another one and get the job done. At the end of the day, anybody plays on a sport, you're not trying to play it. You're trying to win. You want to get the championship. You want to get that victory at the end of the season. So I think it says more about him and how he's talking than anything. And Andy Reid, I've never heard anything bad about Andy Reid. Honestly, I don't recall ever hearing anything bad about him as far as his coaching goes or being racial or showing favoritism or nothing like that. If anything, I feel like the man's been a stand-up head coach the whole time that I've known of him. as a head coach. You know what I'm saying? So, but Le'Veon Bell, get over yourself, bro. You struggling. You know what? Go to the gym, work out, do your thing, and come back and find a team that's going to need you to be who you are, not a team that doesn't need you to win. That's the difference. The Chiefs don't need them to win. So,
Man, I'm on point and I'm sharp, bro. So every time you see me, everybody gets starstruck.
are you literally quoting his rhymes right now?
That's what he
Oh my
said. He
goodness.
said, man, I'm on point and I'm sharp, bro. So every time they see me out, everybody gets starstruck.
Hey, that's on her playlist when she go running.
Bro, I was about to mute Bree. I was about to hit her with the mute button. Like, yo, just don't even talk no more.
No, wait, my other favorite one, he says this. He goes, man, she bad and she know it. She always posing for the cameras. Yeah, she posing.
Oh my goodness.
She's the one I'm always chosen. The best I ever had. This chick, she really bad. She's so bad. She
Mute it.
rated R. She rated
Mute it.
R.
Please mute it.
She's so bad, had to put her on my radar.
People
She
with
just
money.
like you.
That's people with money do stuff like that. People like us that don't have a lot of money, that we never gonna do that. He got money.
It's not a way that we can't do it. We just can't do it. We're not allowed.
Yeah, he could do that. But so what's next, man? Let's move on from Le'Veon Bell.
We only have two more topics left.
Okay.
Next topic is the Eagles have signed former 49ers backup quarterback Nick Mullins. He joins Jalen Hurts and Joe Flacco in the locker room. Did you put a trash can next to that note?
I sure did.
He probably was, because
I asked him. I didn't want him to like blame me for doing that, and I didn't do it.
but it's not even worth talking about. Nick Mullins. It's not even news, girl. It's like
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
Next.
No comment.
No comment, June.
I think I have to say something. It's my squad, but I just don't know what they're doing as far as quarterbacks now. You know, kind of just put that question mark up there. Because now we found a whole nother quarterback. I mean, I get it. You know, we're gonna probably put one in the practice squad. Who knows? But I don't know. No comment.
All right, and this is a two-part. The next subject is a two-part. Okay. So, Bears coach Matt Nagy tells Collinsworth that there is not a scenario where Justin Fields plays opening night. Andy Dalton is the starter. He then also says, Andy Dalton is our starter. Justin is our number 2, and we are going to stick with this plan. You're just going to have to trust this plan.
You don't trust it? But all they're doing is supporting the veteran quarterback who has success. And it showed at times in the Cowboys showed that he has some kind of, some game left in him. I say success, Bree, because he's been to the playoffs before under Bengals. He might have got knocked off in the first round of playoffs, but or the wild card, whatever he was in, but he been there. Okay. I would say the same thing. I would say the same exact thing. My starting quarterback week 1 is going to be Andy Dalton. He's the veteran quarterback.
So Joe Flacco is the veteran over Jalen Hurts.
But Jalen Hurts already played a few times in the NFL. He's played a few games, and he's shown that he can actually win. So that's the difference.
But Trevor Lawrence is the starter over Minshew. What you gotta say?
It's Jacksonville, yo. This is the Jags.
He's the veteran quarterback. What you gonna say?
He's okay. Minshew got him by 1 year, and
Two.
to be truthful with you,
Two.
Okay, 2 years. So to be truthful,
And he cut his hair off. He cut his mullet off and everything.
And that's probably why he lost a lot of his powers. Listen,
No, he just cut his mullet off like last week.
This is how I feel, okay? It's disrespectful because Sunshine's going to come in and start over him. After the dude's been carrying your team, creating miracles out of nothing. And
it was like the fan favorite. People were
everybody was going over Minshew Mania. And you're going to bring Trevor Lawrence in because of the name, and you're going to put him to start. I don't always agree with that. I think he should ride the bench a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then if once he learns the playbook, kind of what the Dolphins did with Tua, right before bye week or right after the bye week, start him. I mean, what are you playing for? Are you playing to try to win right now? Or are you trying to let the guy get his feet wet? So yes, I probably would have. I would have said the same thing. Mention's our starter until otherwise. But I mean, look, Justin Fields. So okay, he goes out there and he starts playing, and he starts stinking it up. Now you want to bring Dalton in and try to save the day? No, I let him start. And if hey Chanel,
Yeah, look, game 1, he's gonna come out.
you said what?
Game 1, he's coming out.
So you saying first snap,
Go.
he pass, sit him down. He's not getting any more reps. Dustin, get in there. Let's win.
Exactly.
The Bears. June, what you got, bro? What's up, Chanel? What you got, June?
Can you repeat the question one more time?
No, we're talking about, so I had said that Andy Dalton is a starter and that they're going to stick with that plan. And Frank said that, no, he understands and he accepts that plan because that Andy Dalton is the veteran. And I was like, okay, well, Trevor Lawrence is the rookie and Minshew is the veteran and he's starting. So what do you got to say to that?
I think I don't know what the Bears were thinking about signing nobody or Andy Dalton. I mean, I really don't know what they were thinking. I mean, I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see how. Yeah. I would like Fields to get that opportunity, but I think once Andy Dalton sucks, which he will, I think Fields will be in there in the second half.
Yo, y'all not putting no respect on Ginger Top over there because, listen,
None.
Mr. Redhead, he showed some promises last year. Okay, we saw some games where he made some highlights. Dude, stop, bro.
Against the East.
Against
the East.
Dude, listen, I'm trying to get his man some credit. I'm trying to give him his flowers while he still can smell them. All right, let's not hate. Look, man, that dude. Look, he's the veteran. He deserved to start, and that rookie going to have to earn it. He better bring him.
The Eagles turned him into mashed potatoes last season.
Okay, Bree, we're not gonna have to. Why you got to bring the old stuff up? You gotta bring up old stuff. Like the
Eagles turned him into mashed potatoes.
Look,
I mean, she has a point.
All right, that's your team. That's why you're saying that. She has a point.
She has a strong point there.
Look, I supporting the veterans, okay, and let that little young man earn his keep.
So fuck Minshew, huh?
Hey, Minshew had a whole team that he could have carried.
I feel Minshew should.
So Andy Dalton had a whole team in Cincinnati, and he had a whole team to step up with the Cowboys.
Wasn't always that good, man. Even Cincinnati fans say the owner don't want to spend no money on the team. He just wants the team for tax write-off purposes. I own a football team,
basically, but still,
he couldn't even get an offensive line.
I'm just like, dang, remember when Minshew first came out?
Yo, Minshew was not that throwing the ball.
Went crazy over him. My favorite Minshew meme was when they said, "Do you know why football players wear cup pads? It's because when Minshew walk by, their boners don't show."
Oh my god!
The memes were over the top.
No, people were fanning. They were fanning over Minshew because Minshew was doing. He was doing stuff.
He looked like a college frat boy at the same time.
But he was winning though. He was making plays. So yes, do I think he should start over Trevor's freaking Sunshine Lawrence? Yes. But what's happening, Urban Myers and that team is going to go off the hype of the name instead of going off the you don't know, he's never lost a game, but he's not playing the NFL either. And it's a lot different. All these college players that come in after that first year, they're like, it's a lot different. The players are faster. It moves at a faster rate. So I wouldn't start him right away. Like I said, I would probably incorporate him after a bye week. If you're already losing the season, so go ahead and get it. June, you buying the sneakers, bro?
I'm buying my goddaughter some kicks.
Okay. Aww. I'm a size 12 or 13, bro. If you see,
I'm a size 4.5 in men and boys.
Yeah, I'm in the outlet, so hopefully I'll look for y'all.
Yeah. Let me know. I'm 13, size 13, and Hirachis and like 12 in Jordans, bro.
So I have a new segment that we can do while it's the off season, and it will be NFL meme of the week.
But hold up before we go to that, because I want to talk about a few things that pertain to my team, right? So we saw that Cam got hurt on the ball. He hit the wind and his thumb got hurt. Now he hit a helmet and he was hurt. But now here lately, since I follow a couple of different people, they were saying that at practice, Cam has been looking bad and Mac Jones has been looking better.
Really?
Yes, bro. Yes. So they showed.
Don't bring that up right now. Don't bring that up right now. That's part of my NFL meme of the week. Don't say nothing else.
But I gotta
hold on. Hey, Frank, what does this got to do with Tom Brady? I know you're gonna tie Tom Brady into.
Oh no, nothing.
It's coming.
But
It's coming.
But yeah, we're gonna give Tom a shout out because he's back on the cover of Madden with Patrick Mahomes, which I think it's dope that they did that.
Yeah.
I love it. I like to see the old on the way out and the new on the way up, and both of them together. So I think that's dope.
But do you know why they did that though?
No, I don't know why.
It's because Madden 2022 was supposed to be the MVP edition, but Aaron Rodgers has a situation going on, so they don't know what to do.
What are you even talking about him?
Hey, somebody said Cam's a bum. I told you. Listen, so but going back to it, right? if Cam starts missing these, bro, he keeps missing them. He's not starting week 1.
You're staticking.
I'm static.
You were going like you were yeah.
Really? Oh, man.
Yeah.
What's my connection looking like? Hold on, I can't change it now because I'm
Close
recording.
out that music. Close out the music.
What music? That was YouTube.
Close out YouTube.
Find the music in the background here.
Okay, I'm about to say, yo, I'm not even playing no music.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm even close out iTunes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So I found that funny. So my question to both of you is, if Cam continues to struggle in the offseason during training, do you think Mac Jones starts?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I got a yes and a no. We're gonna go with the yes first.
Well, no, not right away. Not right away. I think it's going to be a Andy Dalton situation where you got the first couple of games to start, and if you mess up, the new guys coming right in.
Okay. What about you, June?
Yeah, I agree with what she said. I think it is that particular situation, but I don't think that Bell's gonna.
We're working with each other.
Huh?
That's
This is the first podcast where we're agreeing with each other.
I slightly agree. I'm not gonna go 100%.
You know why? Because Nikki's not on.
So that's like the third thing you said you agreed with me on.
I know. I'm just trying to not agree with you with everything.
That's because Nikki's not on with us. So when Nikki's on, it's different. You know, when I get our resident hater, she talks trash. But so no, I mean, I think that's important. I think it's something to look at as we go on. So I'm gonna not say no more, so you can pull up your meme later on. Then the next thing is Stephen Gilmore held out. He's not showing up. Do you guys support it or not?
I never really support anybody just not showing up without like any clarification on why they're not showing up or any communication with anyone why they're not showing up. Because at the end of the day, like you signed a contract, and then also like communication is the key. Like I'm not gonna sit there and like get sick and not tell anybody that I'm sick and I can't come to work or something and not just show up. I'm gonna get kind of UA and get in trouble, you know?
We're in the
So I feel like, well, yeah, that, but you know, same thing, like we're all adults. So if you feel some type of way, if you have an issue with something, if you don't want to play anymore, like let somebody know, like have a conversation with like the GM and the head coach and all that other stuff. Don't just not show up.
I mean, so he said he's not showing because he wants contract. He wants a new contract negotiation. He wants more money. Well, June, you got anything to say before I go into my little rant?
No. You have to ask me first. I don't want to say I agree with her, but I do believe that if you sign a contract, I think you should uphold it.
So he do agree with me.
but I'm also gonna disagree based on his age. I mean, my dude, he's what, 32? 31, 32?
He's a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking more of his age group when it comes to his position in the NFL. I mean, you're at 31, 32 years old. You're not a quarterback where you can play until you're 40, 44.
Yeah.
So I think you have.
Yeah.
And he has injuries, you're right. So now you got to really take all them things into consideration. I mean, if you hold out for a year, again, your worth is really going to take a hit, not on physicality, but overall as a player.
So here's what I'm gonna say. when he signed a lucrative deal with the Patriots, which was unheard of at the time. They don't give players like that. He got like 60 mil, 50 mil total. And here you are. Yeah, you've been one of the best shutdown corners on man, not zone, but man coverage. And you've taken on the best receivers or the second best receivers. But lately, to me, you deserving more money is always going to be on what have you done for me lately. And granted, last year he was hurt, so he didn't play as much. I think the touchdown that he gave up to Metcalf when they played the Seahawks was like his first touchdown he gave up like in 2 years like that. So he obviously has some talent, but like you said, he's getting older. At his position is a lot different. And he's, you can't, with Bill, you can't play that game with Bill. Because Bill's going to be like what J.C. Jackson was doing great last year. He was our number one corner, so I can bring him back. And my defense is always based on the system. So do I really need you? You know what I'm saying? Because Bill's system is pretty simple. He'll double your number one receiver with two regular people, and he'll put his number one corner on the second wide receiver too. So, Stephen will go wherever the second wide receiver was at. I mean, I'm not saying that he couldn't cover a wide receiver one, but that's just Belichick's statement is, I'm gonna double your number one. I'm gonna put my best corner on your number two, and I'll leave my linebackers and my safety to worry about the tight end or your wide receiver three or whatever. So I mean, I agree with both of you. I think he should show up. I think the biggest way to get contract negotiations started is to show up and show
up and have a conversation.
Yeah, or just show the team you want to play, and then from there, they got to see that you're still worth something. This is a business. I think players forget that this is a business. If Bree's an owner, I'm an owner, and June's the owner of a team. We're three owners in one team. And the player's saying, hey, you know what? I want the extra money. I'm the owner, bro. You don't come demand, you don't demand shit from us. You ask us and say, hey, can I get more money? And I'm gonna tell you, I need to see what you're playing with. Show me
what you asking for at the same time.
Yeah, like no, you got to show me.
I'm not about to pay you $100 million
for real, bro. Like no, especially
you got 60 right now. What you asking for?
Exactly. And I also feel that Patriots are not that close to becoming a Super Bowl champion team right now. I mean, things could happen, injuries could happen, anything could happen, but they're not in the AFC. Let's be honest. You got the Chiefs, Pittsburgh's still pretty good together. You still got the Ravens out there. The Titans making big moves with the people they're acquiring.
The Bills.
Exactly. I didn't get to the Bills, and they added another receiver to help out. Oh boy, Diggs. So you know what I'm saying?
I don't like him no more.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. I don't know what happened, but so I don't think the Pats are in that position to, say I'm gonna give you this now. If you still had a solid team, and you still had to contend, you still could contend to win, then yeah, I'll probably pay you because you are a good corner. But these players need to stop thinking that you're worth more than what you are. I mean, yeah, know your worth, and if they're not going to pay you, go to another team. But at the same time, like I was having this conversation before we got on this with my man Mel, they're making billions while you're making millions.
Yeah,
let that sink in. And the owners need us, but it's how you go about things. If you come at me like, yo, I ain't gonna play, okay, I ain't gonna pay you. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? But if you show up and do your thing, that's just me. But I believe you attract more more bees with honey than you do with shit. So I mean, it is what it is. So
and then and the last thing on Gilmore for me is they were like, oh, he's only gonna make $7 million this year, $7 million. But then folks are forgetting that he had that $4.5 million advance last year, which goes on top of that 7.
Yeah. So, but another thing too that I saw, and I was talking about it with my boy. Hopefully, it shows up when I go to my search bar on Instagram. Yeah, right here, Kaepernick. It says Savage Sports. I sent to you guys MMZ. It said if NFL teams are foolish enough to pay a quarterback like Dak Prescott $160 million for 4 years, then some team is likely to pay me $20 million a season. Colin Kaepernick, on why he's willing to hold out. What do you guys think about that?
No comment, because I don't feel like arguing with you today.
You're not going to argue with me. You're not.
Yes, I am.
That has nothing to do with kneeling. So let's go. Let's go.
No, because you're gonna bring it back to that, and then you're
No,
gonna
I'm
bring
not.
Tom
I'm
Brady. Then you're gonna bring Tom Brady into
Nope.
it and
Nope.
all that other
Nope.
stuff. Yes, you are.
Nope.
Okay. So I have a question
Okay.
for you.
For me?
Yes, just
For
for
moi.
you.
All right.
Let's say Bill Belichick decides to give, you know what, Colin Kaepernick, I'm gonna give you 1 season. Would you rather have him or Cam Newton start as your quarterback?
Oh, that's good. I'm gonna tell you why it's a hard decision to go with. He's been out the league for so long that I don't know how he'll be on the field where Cam has at least played. If this was right after he got let go of the 49ers, I would go with Kaepernick.
I'm
Definitely go
saying right now, if he has enough time to go to OTAs, do practices, all of that stuff, who would
I
you
go with
pick?
Cap. I go with Cap.
Okay.
I think they both have strong arms. I think Cap was more accurate. I don't know the stats, but
Yeah.
I like what I saw in Cap. I like what I saw in Cap more than anything. And I think Cap was more of a versatile quarterback. He was more of a well-rounded quarterback than Cam was. Cam only had 1 really good year as a quarterback. It was MVP season. He went Super Bowl and lost. Cap had several years where he showed he can play. He just got hurt last couple of years, he wasn't the same. I don't like the statement that he made. And here's why. Dak has been consistently playing. You have been out. For you to come back and demand X amount of millions of dollars when I don't know what you're going to do. It's crazy. But would you be willing to take 20, 15 million? And if you do great, hey, I'll sign you back to another contract. But you got to show me what you got first.
I don't think he was demanding anything in that post.
No, but he said why he would hold out. You have to prove it. You know, a lot of people saw last year that without Dak Prescott, that team was nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If they didn't need that, they would have kept Andy Dalton there just to start. But they didn't. They paid Dak the money because they know that Dak was making miracles happen. So that's the difference. I wish I had time. I would say, let's look up his numbers.
We'll look it up next week.
Yeah, we could look up his numbers. His numbers was whack, and I get it. They didn't have a great team, and he was injured. But in sports, you only go off your numbers. People don't ever remember nothing else. Look, forget about the kneeling, forget about anything else. Do I think he should be playing football? Yes, I do think he should be playing football. Is Kaepernick better than at least 16 quarterbacks starting today? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So give him a shot. Now, pay him 160. I ain't gonna pay him 160. I'll give him $5 million, and you're gonna have to take that. Now, I would give him 20.
You know what? When I feel a lot better next week, I'm gonna pull up like 3 podcasts ago.
Oh my God.
What you were saying about how he's not that good of a quarterback, and
No
wonder team is not picking him because he's not even a good quarterback. Wow, he made it to
Here
1
we
Super
go
Bowl.
again.
And then what did he do after that? Remember when you were saying that? But that's what you said. And then now you're contradicting what you said.
Because and listen, I take a difference. I told you this already. Sometimes I'm gonna take a stance in an argument to make the argument be more relevant. If we all sat here and agreed on the same thing, there is no reason to have content. Do I think he's better?
But we were talking about him as a quarterback, and you said that he's not even that good of a quarterback. Wow, because he went to the Super Bowl 1 time.
Yeah.
You were talking and now it's just, oh yeah, well, he's better than 16 quarterbacks. And no, I would take him. And you know what? He has an arm and he has good stats and he had great season, multiple great seasons. Cam only had 1 great season. Kaepernick had multiple great seasons, but that's not what you were saying when we were talking about him as a quarterback.
What I'm saying is it facts or fiction? What I'm saying.
But you can't say oh, he's trash 3 episodes ago and then say,
I could say he's trash. I can say whatever I want to say. If it's in the moment of the argument.
Yourself, boo-boo. You're just contradicting yourself,
it is a contradiction. I'm not going to say it's not. But if you ask me what my honest opinion is about the man as an athlete, yes, would I rather have you? The question was, would I rather have him over Cam? Yes, I would rather have him over Cam. Mm-hmm. For one, he has.
And then you just said that he's greater than 16 of the starting quarterbacks.
That's a fact, though.
Okay.
That's a fact.
I'm just making sure that you're going to stick to this and not go back to.
But if we have another argument, and if I got 3 people saying that he's great, and I want to be different, I could do that. That doesn't take.
It's because you don't have that liquid courage.
Oh my God! Wait, say what now?
You don't have that liquor courage.
No, I do. I'm drinking. I don't. But I'm giving you my factual what I think. Again, my belief on why he did what he did might be different from yours. But when it comes down to it, do I believe that he's better than at least 16 quarterbacks starting? Yes. He's probably better than 20 quarterbacks starting. If we sat here and looked at every quarterback that was starting, can we now I could be open up to criticism because some people might say, well, Frank, you don't know if he's going to be that good because he hasn't played in what, 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, about four and a half, 5.
Exactly. So for me to say he's better than 16 quarterbacks that's starting and he hasn't started, some people might crucify me. But on an argument, I'm gonna take either side, yo. I argue either one. Now, would I take him in the? I would have took him in the Pats. Now, if I had to start a team, my thing with him is, and we don't know this. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes with teams, even calling him if they are. But if they, you know, with that meme or that post, and he says on why he's holding out, that's telling, or why he would hold out. That's telling me that either somebody offered or he's throwing that bait out there to see what comes up.
I think he's throwing that bait to see what comes up, because to me, what I'm getting from that post is basically like, I will take 20 million just to do a season. Like, I'm not asking for a lot. Y'all are paying these quarterbacks 160 million. I would do it for 20 million. So
now let me ask you a question though. So staying on him, right? Because he makes a good conversation.
But remember, we got to wrap it up too.
Yeah, we only 47 minutes in. Do you think that I forgot my train of thought? Never mind. You messed me up. I forgot.
Hey, on that note though, I think the Cowboys last year slipped up, and I would have signed Cap over Andy Dalton last year if I was the Cowboys. I mean, they gave that other dude the opportunity after that wild stuff. I think his name is Hardy. I'm not sure. So why not sign Cam? And in my opinion, I think Cam is way better than Andy Dalton any day, especially right now. It's just the mobility, and it gives you that similarity to Dak Prescott. So I think that last year, that's the route I would have took if I would have been the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys would have probably been that fit. Just given that Elliott Cap similarity to Dak Prescott in a sense. But that's just my 2 cents on that.
You know what I think it is too? Owners don't want to be that owner that takes them on.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, these guys, they run in the same circles. You know, you got Robert Kraft that supports Meek Mill and them, and, you know, Jay-Z and them bought him a brand new Bentley that he'd been wanting or whatever for his birthday. Some of these people, some of these owners, they just, nobody wants to be that guy to take on the guy that's supposed to be taking on the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Where I feel that if it was me, Frank, as an owner, or let's say us three, we own a team, I think that the conversation should be had. Should we give him a shot? You know what I'm saying? Despite whatever we believe, also we're 3 minority people. So at the end of the day, we would decide on his vision of what he sees. But I think that this is, and Bree, you can take this to the bank. I think he should just give it up, yo. Stop talking about it, bro. If you was that serious of coming in the league and playing, you take $1 million salary. You take minimum salary to play. And then but me, I would shut the world up. You see what I'm saying? I'll take that $1 million salary, or I'll take that $8 million salary when I know I'm worth more, but I'm going to shut you up because I'm going to play. I'm going to ball out. Because you can.
But that's why he said what he said. Like, you are paying these quarterbacks 160 mil, but not paying someone who would take 20 mil. Basically saying he would take lesser to play
now,
one season.
I think it's a slide too. I mean, why you got to say Dak, man?
Well, he just used it as an example because he's getting paid 120 million.
So I'm gonna tell you, okay, so why he didn't say Patrick Mahomes that's getting paid almost $500 million?
An example. I don't think he has anything against Dak Prescott. I don't think
okay. So
but
now here
if I want to use somebody, if I want to say, okay, why did you make Frank an E7 when y'all could have easily made me an E7, even though I've been in for 7 years?
That's possible. Your record could speak for itself. Mine spoke better.
But I just used you as an example because, like, you're the first E7 that came to my mind. You know.
This is where I'm gonna take it. Right.
You think there's?
It's gonna be the last time you call Frank an E7.
And no, for real, because I am a chief. But now I do have 3 months
Okay,
left in the Navy.
my
I'm gonna start
bad.
acting like
I
E7.
apologize. I don't know.
Hey,
I don't
June.
know
Hey,
that
June.
lingo.
Thank you, bro. Let me hit
No,
you.
I don't know that lingo. But you think he got beef with Dak? No,
No,
he
but
just used it as an example.
Listen to what I'm
But
about.
maybe because there are other quarterbacks getting paid around that much, or like 100 million, or maybe 90 million, or something. Not every quarterback's getting paid $500 million.
Bree,
Not every quarterback.
listen. So I'm gonna tell you, right? Okay, you ready for this? You ready for this? The reason I bring this up is because if a hater wants to turn this,
I don't want to say he's a hater.
I'm not saying Cap's a hater. Listen to what I'm saying though. Cap says something, he gets scrutinized for everything he says. Everything. So if me, right, and I'm trying to tarnish or I'm trying to make him look bad. Let's say he's not really for the black people or the minorities.
You're gonna stop texting and driving.
He's at a standstill because he's not moving. The tree's not moving. So what I was gonna say was somebody that wants to tarnish him or kid at him can easily say, well, if he's all about empowering his people, why is he using Dak Prescott as an example? You see what I'm saying? And it's because when you in the media, and especially when you take a stance like he took, you gotta be careful, yo. People are gonna flip it. He got 160, but out of that 160, how much is it guaranteed? Because Patrick Mahomes, his shit is 150, 160 guaranteed. Because he has that clause, even if he gets hurt, he gets paid. So that's all I'm saying is you made a valid point, but I would have never called that Prescott out. I would have just said, you paying quarterbacks 160 to X amount of dollars to play, when I would do it for 20 mil.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I don't think he's wrong for saying what he's saying, especially how you're painting it, how you're portraying it. I didn't look at it that way. You're looking at it like, yo, he's just saying, look, I'll take a cheaper deal. You could have saved some money. You could have took the extra 140 million.
Yeah, but you're taking it as of what the media would think it at. And that's why social media is the devil, because someone with common sense would know that he's not really just saying that to disrespect Dak.
Social media is what? The devil?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. And the problem is, and not to get on some conscious shit, because that's not what this is about. But like I said, when you take a stand like you take, like he took, everybody's gonna try to tarnish your name. Everybody's gonna try to take a shot at you to make you look like you're not who you say you are. To keep you from empowering people that if we were to be sticking together, we would be a lot stronger than what we are. You know, that's all I'm saying. You can flip it either way it goes. But I think like I said, I'll take him. If I had a team, hey, Cap, come on, bro. You could keep your fro. Hell, you could kneel if you want. I really don't give a shit. As long as we sell and win games, you can come out naked for all I care. Just win games. But I like to win, so I don't know. That's just me. Now, you catch me next week, I'm like, yo, you can't start for my team. You got to go somewhere else. You like that, June? June's like, Frank, I'm being serious, bro. I like pushing y'all buttons. It's easy, bro. It's so easy.
Yeah, but not today. I'm in pain right now. Not
Bree,
today.
you don't look like you're in pain, Bree.
You asked the question, Bree.
And you did ask the question. Hey, June, get it.
Yeah, but then I also said I'm not going to argue with you. And
you did anyway. You did what, I was going to say what it took.
And I'm trying not to. I'm like sitting here shaking like, Bree, don't do it. Like your neck hurts. Just don't. But okay, so two memes of the week from me. And then next week, June will have 2 memes of the week that he would like to show, all NFL memes. I got mine directly off of NFL memes IG Instagram page.
Sure, you want me to do that?
No, yours is next week.
Right.
But of the week, the memes had come within that week.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's just.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I can find some Steelers though.
No.
So
anyway,
we share them in our chat anyway. So I mean, all you gotta do is add it to the chat and then come back and look at it like, oh, look, that's what I put in there. It's a meme.
So this one says Cam Newton is really about to lose his job to a quarterback wearing the number 50.
That's so that was funny.
So you have Cam Newton throwing. Oh, my brightness is too bright. So you have Cam Newton throwing.
Look, June, look, June.
And then
Look.
you have Mac Jones.
So Mac Jones threw it, and it was on the dime.
Complete.
Caught him.
And then Cam throws.
Cam throws it, and he misses him. Look, look.
Oh my God.
Mac throws.
Come on, Cam.
Boom.
Complete.
Got him. Dollars. That's what I'm saying. Cam, you know what's Cam? I'm gonna tell you what Cam's problem is he's in his own head, I think. Just go out there and ball, man. Go out there and play ball. But Bree, go ahead.
You know what, too,
And then
go ahead. I was gonna say something about that meme.
But go ahead.
And then my second meme of the week will be this one, okay? Like at Shrek's face, it says EA Sports released a Madden 2022 MVP edition, but not putting the MVP on the cover.
You know, I didn't catch that though. I'm glad
It
you
was supposed
on
to
it.
be the MVP edition for 2022.
Well, I mean, listen. You got last year's MVP, Super Bowl MVP winner, and then this year's Brady on it.
No, we're tired of Brady on the cover, so no.
Hey Mia, listen. Look, he's gonna retire soon. He's
Okay, are you gonna cry?
Yeah, I'm gonna cry when Brady retires. I'm
We
not
know.
watching football no more. That's it.
We know. Well,
When Brady
dang.
retires,
Well,
I'm
dang,
like-
Patriots fan.
When Brady goes home, I'm like, no.
Well, dang, Patriots
Actually, let me tell you
fan.
something. When Brady retires and when Belichick retires, I'm not gonna cry, but it's an end of an era, yo. It is an end of an era. Like I wish I was able to see Lombardi when he was alive. That's how I feel about Belichick and them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think it's like for us when we see great leadership retire, you're like, man, that dude was somebody, and there was an era that he was part of. You know, it's gonna suck to see them go, but we got good people behind them. You got, you know, you do got Patrick Mahomes out there. I think Allen over there is good. You know, we don't know what what's my man that was on the Rams that went to the Lions? He's gonna do golf. But we do got some good players. You got Wilson. Wilson's still out there, but it's gonna suck, yo. You gotta think. And Bree.
Wilson is going to retire and become a stay-at-home dad. I'm calling it now.
No, he's not. Sierra don't make that much money. She was selling her album on Groupon. Let's not do that. Let's not go there. She couldn't give tickets away for her concert, okay? Russ is always in the corner, like, yes, babe, you're awesome. You're awesome. And then behind her back, he's like, yo, can you make sure that contract is signed so that
She's doing a collab with old buddy. With Bell.
Yeah. She gonna be out there.
Le'Veon
Somebody say, give it up for the Jets.
Hey, hold on. What do you want us to give up?
Yeah, what do you want us to give up for the Jets, bro? They ain't make news in forever. They ain't made news since they drafted that quarterback in the first round that had me weak as hell on here. I had to use
And I was like, should we write him down?
No. He looks so out of place. No. Well, okay, we
When
give
he
the
was
Jets.
standing with all those black wide receivers, and he was just like so scared.
They look so much bigger than me.
Like I'm like he's never seen black people before.
So yeah, right. So next week is June's 2 memes. I got it. Cool. Oh, this dude know. Oh, somebody said, oh, I didn't know you was with my girl on the G Dub. Yeah, I'm on the G Dub. I might be leaving there in 3 months, but I'm there now.
But that's all we have for today.
That is all we have for today. So listen, I'm about to log off live because we're gonna wrap this up. I can get back on live and chop it up before the Nets start playing, but I'm a log off now. Shala, what's up, man? I hope you doing well. I'm logging off now. I'm live. We're gonna go around the room though before I do that. Bree, no, I'm gonna go first. Damn, somebody was on my joint.
What I'm saying is,
Oh,
facts
God,
or
Jesus.
fiction?
What is
I'm
going
saying.
on? Jesus.
No, answer.
No, what happened? Why does it doing that? It does that all the time. So here's the deal. I'm glad we did this today. But we gotta stick to Wednesday because once the football starts, we can't be recording right before the game starts. It's a good night, man. Bree, I'm glad you're okay. Honestly, I am glad you're okay. June, I'm glad you're doing well. Hopefully, maybe in 3 months or 4 months, I might be down there with you anyways, and we can do this in person. So that's what I got. Look at this dude behind me with his bonnet on.
Yes, sir.
He upsets me so much.
Yes, sir.
He does.
hijacking this joint. What's good, yo? What did y'all?
I can't hear him.
You got his thing on.
I'm not. I'm so dead serious right now. Y'all should do an NBA podcast too. No funny. Why not? Yo, the playoffs is happening right now. It's some great things happening. You got Katie who literally just put up a damn near 50-point performance.
Get out of here.
Like, yo,
Look,
come on.
you don't hear your grandfather calling you? All right. Anyway, that's been for me. Bree or June, go. Bree gonna close it out.
Hey man, appreciate again being on here another week. Just to give him some feedback back there. Hey, it was a horrible loss for my Sixers last night, and that's the only thing I'm going to say about the NBA right now.
Before I close out, all I thought about was remember June's first interview or June's first podcast with us, and he was like, I'm just so happy that you guys had me on the podcast, and I really appreciate you guys so much. And this was so fun.
I don't think I said that or said it like that. I just wanna put it out there.
Yo, June, why she playing you, bro?
That's what I'm saying because
it was something along those lines, or like when we first started recording. And we're
like
well,
the Steelers right now after week 11.
No. Or when we first started recording, we're like, and we have a special guest today, June, and he was like, I'm just so happy to be here with you guys. Thank you so much.
Hey, Frank knows me. Frank knows me bad. I'm too chill to be that energetic.
Well, not saying we don't have the same voice. I'm sorry, I don't know how to speak like you.
Yo, no, the fact that she came for your neck on the closing statements, bro.
Yeah. That's why I had to say.
When he said, it was fun. It's always fun doing it with you guys. I don't know why, but that like popped up in my brain.
Bree was like, I ain't got my liquid courage. I don't need liquid courage to talk shit, Bree. Just to let you know that. I don't need it. I don't need it either. I don't need it either.
You
want smoke, Bree?
I know how to fight.
Okay, and you know what I'm saying? And
I know how to fight.
Bree, listen, June.
Let's go.
Get your girl, bro. Get your girl, bro.
I am not scared. Let's go.
It's the drugs you on for me. All right. Listen, don't be coming for my neck, Bree. I'm coming to Florida. Matter of fact,
the adrenaline's still rushing for me.
Yeah. She's still going through it. Listen, so August 27th, I'm coming down because my sister's gonna be in town. So
that's my sister's birthday.
So I'm gonna be there for like a week or so. If I drive, I'll bring my stuff down. We might be at a resort in Orlando.
That's like 40 minutes from me.
Exactly. So we should meet up and do this in person. I won't have this guy with me either. So it'll just be us. So let's play that by ear. Anyway, that's your closing remarks?
No, my closing remarks is I hope everyone has a safe week. Remember to drink water and just stay safe, stay hydrated, okay? Make sure you watch out for crazy drivers. I just got in a second accident in the last 3 weeks. Not my fault either. But just stay safe, be productive, smile. And that's really much it. Always remember there's light at the end of the tunnel, and have a good week and happy Juneteenth and happy Father's Day to June and to Frank.
Oh, thank you.
I appreciate you.
You know what?
And thank you for listening to Frank's Unsolicited Advice. Bye, guys.